girls really run the world. I don't understand why people aren't realizing this, that we make this shit spin. Without us, it is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, the niggas lately, like, I always be asking my friends, like, do y'all feel like the value of women to guys have went down, or guys just don't, you know, respect us, appreciate us how they used to back in the 80s and the 90s? You know, like, women control the, like, literally, you know, because I could say this now, but I only say that because of status. Like, we making hella money just like these niggas. But as far as a man literally worshiping the ground a woman walk on, it's kind of rare these days. We running out of that. And it's kind of scary in society today. And I don't know, I might piss a lot of people off talking about this, but this is just conversations I be having with my friends.
Man, let me tell y'all something. The only thing that women are taking over is social media. That's the only thing. See, guys, social media give women this fictitious world that they can exist in, and they think that it actually can apply in reality, when we all know that it doesn't. The only thing women are taking over is selling hair products online. And really, the Asian people is really doing the most work with that, and selling makeup, being an influencer, getting a lot of followers, getting a lot of subscribers. And once they start making money, they think that, oh man, we make the world go round. Yeah, you do make the world, you do make Instagram go round, because a lot of y'all online taking off your clothes every time you look around. Yeah, that's what you do. A lot of y'all are online. Every time you look around, you got to show some cleavage. You got to take off. You got to get in a swimsuit. Got to show all that foolishness. I ain't gonna tell you to stop doing it, but don't act like you're doing a whole lot. Don't act like you making the world exist. Sure, men like to see that. Hell, I like to see it. But is it a necessity? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because your grandmother wasn't online taking off her clothes, because it wasn't no online, and you still got here. See, guys, women want the control and power. Women want the control and power, but they don't want the responsibility. And they don't realize what type of responsibility that goes with control and power. Right now, we have 2 countries at war, and another one in the South China Sea maybe about to go to war. And people's lives are going to be lost. Men are going to have to send other men to their death. And see, women don't want that. See, a lot of these women and younger women, their only truth is from the internet. Whatever they read from social media, not just the internet, social media, whatever they read, they think it's the truth. They think that's the whole world. So yeah, you're an influencer, but listen, you got how do you drive your car? You got to put gas in it. So that's men out there drilling oil in the desert. Guys out there drilling oil off the coast, out in the ocean, toting pipes, doing manly stuff, brutal work. There's guys out there that are in the military, in infantry, living out in the elements, in the weather, day in and day out. Women don't work those kind of jobs. Women don't do those kind of careers in the military. There's guys manning cargo ships that's coming across the rough seas. Women don't do those kind of jobs. When you turn your lights on, there's a man out there making sure the electrical grid is up and running at all times. And when it go down because the wind blow, or a hurricane, or a tornado, there's a man got to go up on that light pole. There's men got to go out there and help dig those holes to put the light pole, and get up on those, get on the truck and get up there and clamp and put the wiring up there. There's guys that's crawling around in the sewer. See, women don't do that. So it's much more to this world than you just being on social media talking. Because that's all you do is just talking. Now, I ain't finna hate on the young lady because she making her money. And I'm all about making your money. Yeah, make as much as you can. I ain't finna hate on you. But don't come on here with all that bullshit, because what you're saying don't make no sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's just your own reality, which to me is a small reality. And saying this world ain't nothing without women, it comes off as you're talking as if women don't need men. That's how it comes off. Now, you might not mean it that way, but that's how it come off. Now, there's no lie. We need women for the reproductive system, of course. But let me tell you something. Let's try this on for size. If this country was about to be invaded and you had the enemy was at the gates, ladies, who would you want at that gate for your last line of defense? The last line of defense. The first line was the ocean. Second line was the beach. So they done push forward. Now they at the gates. Who you want at the gates? A whole bunch of women? Or do you want a whole bunch of men? What if the war came down to hand-to-hand combat? Who do you want at the gate? Who do you want on the front line? A bunch of women or a bunch of men? When a hurricane hits and your grandma up on top of a house because they couldn't evacuate her quick enough, who do you want to go get your grandma off the top of the house? A bunch of women or a bunch of men? Now, and I get it. Being in control, it doesn't require you to be physically strong. It just requires you to sit back and run your mouth and tell everybody what to do. Bark out orders. Basically, tell the men to do something that you can't do or that you're not willing to do. But ladies, I've always said this, and I'm going to keep on saying it. If y'all keep up this independent talk, if y'all keep up this kind of talk, eventually something is going to break out and they're going to start up the military draft again. I've always said that. Would it be okay to draft women? Would you feel comfortable letting your daughter be drafted? And I know that's kind of far-fetched, maybe. We don't know. We never thought it'd be a pandemic either. But one happened. So you never know. We never thought that we'll be on the verge of a world war. But you never know. You have two countries, and one of is a nuclear power country. We never know what could happen. Would you want your daughters being drafted? See, that's another thing that women don't have to worry about that men do. You never had to worry about going and serve in the military or forced to serve in the military. You never had to worry about that. That comes with the responsibility of being in control, being in power. And it's always a constant. I keep hearing this gender role. There's no gender role. There is a gender role. Women cannot do the things men can do, and men can't do some of the things women can do. And mainly is have a baby. We can't do that. Nature didn't make us that way. But outside of that, a man can do most everything a woman can do, but a woman can't do most everything a man can do. And to sit up there and say that men should worship the ground you walk on, let me tell you something right now. We don't need to worship. The only person we worship is the man up above. And then we give you the orders and you follow us. That's the structure. Why else would you say that you need a leader if you're not willing to follow? And I know some of y'all, I don't need no leader. I don't need no leader. Well, that's Miss Independent. And we all know what happens to Miss Independent. Miss Independent always end up Miss Miserable with no man, or at least with no man that she want to be with. But to sit there and say men, how is that going to work? Let's just say majority of the women say they don't mind being submissive and they don't mind being a follower and having a man to lead. Well, if the man worships the ground you walk on, how will he ever be able to lead you? How's that gonna work? If he worship you, then that means you're in control. It doesn't make no sense. And neither does what she say make any sense about women are taking over control of the world. Women ain't taking over nothing but the internet, guys. And y'all need to remember that. Anyway, until next time, peace.